I have a cultivation world. 7 Chapter 7 Compound Prohibition _1. However, the 5 elements cultivation is not omnipotent. For cultivators like Chen Mobai, whose spirit root attributes are not significantly different, the 5 elements cultivation is an unparalleled mystical technique. The spiritual power cultivated from it not only suits his constitution, but also advances at a good pace. But for cultivators with superior spirit root attributes, it is rather mediocre. Take Heaven's spirit root cultivators for instance. They only need to cultivate the spiritual power of a single attribute, which not only doubles the result with half the effort, leading to the purity of magical power, but also reduces the bottleneck when yielding a breakthrough. Generally speaking, every cultivator is born with 100 points of spirit root attributes. Within the territories of the immortal lands of Heaven's Gate, every cultivator needs to undergo a meticulous examination of his spirit root at the Trijia hospital before entering the stage of Qi cultivation. The hospital provides a spirit root evaluation report after determining the individual's spirit root attribute, which is necessary for enrollment. Take Chen Mobai as an example: gold 23, wood 27, water 23, fire 17, earth 10. It is stipulated by the celestial gate that if any spirit root attribute exceeds 20, it represents the possession of that spirit root. Chen Mobai, who has gold, wood, and water attributes, is barely classified into the true spirit root category. This is what made his deskmate, Lu Hongsheng, very upset because his spirit root reads, gold 8, wood 25, water 23, fire 22, earth 22. In reality, it is not much different from Chen Mobai. But because the distribution of the spirit root attributes is more even, the hospital identified it as the 4 attribute, false spirit root. As for the so-called heavenly spiritual root, it is when the points of one attribute of the 5 elements exceed 80. This means that even the heaven spirit root cultivator possesses 4 other kinds of spirit root attributes within the body. They are just extremely rare. As for the theoretically perfect heavenly spiritual root with 100 attribute points, there has been no record in the long history of the celestial gate. The spiritual power cultivated from the 5 elements cultivation will self-adapt to match the spirit root attributes of each cultivator. Even for heaven spirit root cultivators, the cultivated spiritual power will mix with some other 4 attributes, as if they were some unnecessary impurities. This also applies to cultivators who possess different spiritual root. However, all of this is completely irrelevant to Chen Mobai. He operates the 5 elements cultivation technique taught by the school, infuses his 5 elements spiritual power into the glass bead, and causes the bead to appear in a rainbow light, as if a halo was floating up from his palm. This glass bead is a small toy for exercising control over spiritual power. A Qi cultivation rank 1 cultivator can control 1 bead, and Chen Mobai, who has reached Qi cultivation rank 5, should be able to control 5 beads at the same time, manipulating them at will. However, he has just entered the Qi cultivation rank 5, and his realm is not yet stable, so he is showing resilience. According to the information given by Old Man Ding, he controls 4 glass beads flying towards the side hall on his right. With a splash, a water ripple emerged and bounced off the first arrived glass bead, then divided into the second ripple, and the third ripple then bounced off the subsequent glass beads one by one. Chen Mobai held the cell phone, looking at the descriptions of the 3 spells given by Old Man Ding, with a worried look on his face. He found that the water ripple prohibition in this side temple actually possessed the characteristics of the flowing water cover, surge curse, and scale wave technique. With his present realm, the chance of breaking this compound prohibition is virtually 0, unless he uses a powerful talisman, or else he has to wait until he reaches the late stage of Qi cultivation to attempt it again. Forget it, let's practice first. There's plenty of time to explore the water mansion in the future. In the end, Chen Mobai checked the time and decided not to waste the rank 2 intermediate grade spiritual land. He sat cross-legged in the center of the main temple and began to enter into a tranquil state for his cultivation. He had sent a message to his parents earlier, telling them he was going to seclude himself in his room and not to disturb him. The pure water elemental spiritual energy transformed into blue light particles, was refined by the 5 elements cultivation. After the cycle of mutual promotion and restraint of the 5 elements, it transformed into spiritual power that best suited Chen Mobai's spirit root and constitution. It gradually circulated throughout his body, nourishing the meridians and acupoints that were forcefully opened due to the elixirs he had taken. Although resources are scarce in the Celestial Gate, due to thousands of years of operation and resources plundered from the opening war, all kinds of spiritual medicines are basically complete. Moreover, according to the geomantic weather conditions of the blessed lands, they are cultivated quite well. Alchemy, as one of the 4 major schools of Celestial Gate, when combined with medical science, allows for the perfect utilization of medicinal properties, which also forms the basis for the Celestial Gate to support hundreds of millions of cultivators with 1 star of geoelemental resources. The Celestial Gate produces all types of elixirs with different attributes. But there is one elixir that is rarely concocted, the foundation building pill. This prehistoric elixir formula is indeed collected by the Celestial Gate, but it was banned from alchemy by the Celestial Gate 5,000 years ago. The reason wasn't that there's something wrong with the elixir, but that it's too wasteful. The foundation building pill is a rank 3 lower grade spiritual medicine, and the main ingredient used to make the foundation building pill is the Jade Marrow Golden Mushroom, which is a rank 3 top grade ingredient. Using it to refine the foundation building pill is nothing short of a waste. Additionally, the Jade Marrow Golden Mushroom can be used to refine a pill called the Liquid Gold Jade Return Pill, which can assist foundation establishment cultivators in core formation. If the resources of the Celestial Gate were abundant and the Jade Marrow Golden Mushrooms were harvested one after the other, then using it to refine the Liquid Gold Jade Return Pill, while also sparing some to refine the foundation building pill would be permissible. However, the problem is that the resources of the Celestial Gate are scarce, and although their spiritual medicines are complete in variety, only 2 blessed lands can cultivate and plant Jade Marrow Golden Mushrooms. They are barely enough to refine Liquid Gold Jade Return Pill, so why would they be wasted in making foundation building pills? Even though the lower layer cultivators disagree with Celestial Gate's resolution on this matter, the biggest difference between immortal cultivation civilization and mechanical civilization is that the upper layer decides everything. The value of a gold core real person surpasses that of 10 foundation establishment cultivators. The same Jade Marrow Golden Mushroom, whether to refine a Liquid Gold Jade Return Pill or foundation building pill. The answer is obvious. This is why, for Celestial Door practitioners, passing the hurdle of foundation establishment is even more challenging than ascending the heavens. In prehistoric times, at least there was the foundation building pill to look forward to, but now, 99% of cultivators can only rely on themselves for the breakthrough. Because of this, practitioners of the Celestial Gate all want to enter the Great Tao Academy. Even though the Great Tao Academy doesn't refine foundation building pills, it can refine the next best spiritual medicines to assist in foundation establishment. Moreover, there are countless secret techniques to improve the success rate of foundation establishment, and there are countless experiences of foundation establishment. You can always find one that fits you. The purple fire pill that Chen Mobai used to break through to the Qi cultivation rank 5 was produced by the local Red Dawn institution of Xianxia City, and only 100 pills were released every month. The only reason Chen Mobai was able to secure a purchase qualification was because he had established a relationship with a senior from the Red Dawn institution through one of his talisman paper sales. That senior also happened to work part-time at the Red Dawn institution's flagship online store, and operationally pulled some strings internally. Every kind of elixir requires a corresponding usage instruction and a credit endorsement. In the prehistoric times of Celestial Gate, there were plenty of cultivators who suffered a worse fate than death due to irregular consumption of elixirs. Nowadays, unless it is produced by reputable pharmacies, no cultivator dares to take an elixir without instructions, without the signature of an alchemist, and without a certificate of conformity.